Greetings and welcome back to the channel. I am back in Kyoto for one day. If you saw my previous videos, you'll know that my previous trip was kind of ruined by the rain. I had one really nice day and then it started pouring and everything I wanted to do was outdoors, so I just headed back to Tokyo. But in this video and a couple to follow, I have returned. I'm going to start by reading an excerpt from an article on the web zone kyotostation.com. I'll put a link to the article in the description if you want to learn more about the Higashi Honganji temple. Almost everything seen in this video has some details written about it on the website. Great place to go for some deeper details on the temple. Just 10 minutes walk from Kyoto Station is the grand complex of Higashi Honganji Temple, one of the great popular centers of Buddhism in Kyoto, and entry to it is completely free. Higashi Honganji, or Eastern Temple of the First Vow, is one of two head temples of the Jodo Shinshu sect of Pure Land Buddhism, the most popular form of Buddhism in Japan. The other head temple is Nishi Honganji, the Western Temple, which, true to its name, is located a few blocks to the west of this one. This Pure Land sect was founded by a monk named Shinran from 1173 to 1263, who simplified Buddhist thought to one essential teaching. All you need to do is repeat the words Namu Amida Butsu, or praise to Amida Buddha. Shinran believed that Amida Buddha had vowed to save all those who sincerely repeated these words. The winning combination of a simple teaching with a simple practice made Shinran's belief system very popular with ordinary working people. After Shinran's death, the Honganji temple was established to promote his teachings, but this temple was forced to move several times before finally being granted land in Kyoto. In 1602, shortly after Tokugawa Ieyasu became Japan's shogun, or military ruler, he encouraged a split within the Higashi sect to prevent it from becoming too powerful. Higashi Honganji was built to the east of the first Honganji temple, which is now known as Nishi Honganji. Originally built in 1604, the Higashi Honganji temple buildings were destroyed 4 times by fire. The most recent conflagration being in 1864 during a time of political and civil turmoil. Most of the current buildings were rebuilt in the late 19th century and the early 20th century. I personally had a great time at this temple. It was really cool that it was all open to the public, and I really lucked out with some timing in that when I went into the main building to sit down and see what was going on, a bunch of monks came out and opened up all the doors to reveal what was behind them. I wasn't really sure what all the stuff was, but it felt like I was getting a really rare treat. This was a really cool combination of both an active temple and also a history museum. Right in this passageway, there were a couple artifacts from how the place was built, and there was also a little miniature showing how some of the logs that were used, you can see them right there, those big tall pillars, were transported, and there was a tragedy involving one getting lost off the sled they built, and it rolled down the hill and killed a bunch of people. So really interesting opportunity to learn more about the making of the place, the history behind it. And here you can see I was inside the main temple, seeing what was going on. It was actually really relaxing. I had a chance to take my shoes off, sit down on the tatami mats, and really just soak up the ambiance, environment, and history of the whole place. Really magical, and if you're in the area, it's right by the train station. It's just a few blocks away, so if you have a chance, check it out. Much like everything else on my channel, I highly recommend it. Nice little view of the courtyard, showing all the buildings. In this part, I'm gonna head into the buildings on the left, which not only included the gift shop, but also contemporary buildings where there was a museum, more on the history of the place, some artwork, and also a really interesting little Greek amphitheater looking place. Kind of gave me Eyed Wise Shut vibes inside. I think this might be like just a modern Buddhist temple. I don't know, maybe they do corporate training in here. Maybe this is where they do HR training. I don't know. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. A couple more coming up from this day in Kyoto. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, we will see you for the next one.